Hey, and welcome to the Road of Talabheim. We have some demons and some undead here. The ultimate no leadership battle. Um, uh, no, that's wrong. The ultimate crumbling battle, you maybe could say. And for the counts, we have the obligatory double white kings with Scab's Crest and actually Killing Blow. Interesting. I never use it, but maybe there was just 100 gold to spare. Von Karstein, Vampire Lord, with Antihero Sword, Storm of Night to shut down flyers. Interesting. Invocation, Flock of Doom, Dance Macabre. Okay, so a lot of support and heal spells and also fighting power, but I don't know how expensive this guy is. The dragon certainly has to be super careful. Not super high armor, a lot of flaming shooting. Then we have here Zombie Tide, skeleton zombies, the Meat Shield, and the slightly more expensive Meat Shield, and double corpse cards, which I super agree with. This one buffs the units around with healing and leadership, and also the Vigor Mortis, though I think the other one also has this, yes. And this one buffs them with fire resistance and also gives them fire attacks and magical attacks, so they can bypass the physical resistance of the demons. Oh, and a black coach. I'm super curious about the thing. Whenever it was brought against me, in some low-ish armored factions, it actually did fairly fine. Though I think I mostly won the battles anyway, but that might have been not the fault of the coach. Here we have an Exalted Great Unclean One as a Mortis engine without shooting stuff. Those are usually very hard to shut down. And that's the reason why counts don't like Nurgle and such things. We have a bit of shooting, just enough to burrow the horsemen down the counts, mortis engines, and big beasts, but they can't really touch the other sides. And yeah, I suspect no one is gonna want to fight with this beast, and counts are also not good at outmaneuvering. Not with an army of the styles. I have a lot of mobility tools, but not brought here. Stream of Corruption, Fleshy Abundance, nothing unexpected. Bloodletters, Nurglings. Okay, so I was a bit told how the strategy is. The Nurglings should eat charges and everything, and then the Bloodletters go in and kill it. So it's a similar tactic like here with the zombies and skeletons, though with infantry that actually managed to kill things. Sour Guts, Pink Horrors, and another Bloodletter to probably kill bats or something landing in there. Though if I think currently there's not really that much stopping the dragon from just going for this pink horror here, for example. Oh, I forgot about this Land of Stilgrander to mention it. Yeah, this guy chases single entities, and
we have a victory point.
If
Keep
all
it from
those
the
things
foe.
group up against him, the dragon and those two, and they maybe should have done that just now, as it was so much overextended. They definitely will get this down. Later on, this will get a problem fighting in the own ranks here.
We have a victory point. Keep it from the.
So the counts straight up fully go for it. Full engagement on the midpoint. I don't like the dragons just sitting there. That is so wasted. You either shut down the pings or you at least stay in safety. I get that there's other things to manage, but that was way too long in a high danger zone. In return, the first corpse card is almost getting down, though the Bloodlet is also eating quite a bit of damage here. I've seen a Flock of Doom, I think, going down, and yeah, this dragon needs to find a home soon again. Get the pigs, yeah. Here the Black Coach is struggling to shut down a Nurgling. Those guys are tanky, though they also will not touch the coach, I suspect. At least if it stays moving. Dragon. What art thou doing? Your army is crumbling. Though the Bloodletters get a lot of kills here, but actually not a lot of value. Maybe this grind goes in favor. The healing stone is still there, corpse card. The question is for how long. The Great Unclean One now goes for it. How much does it already have with Mortis Engine? 300. That's not too much, but this mainly scraps here. I would like the coach to go for the Bloodletters. I think it can easily evade the Slow Grinder. Actually, the speed is fairly similar. Wow. Maybe not. What do we have here? Cryptors. Yeah, some mass to prevent things to going completely havoc. But the Great Unclean One and the Soul Grinder should be very good against them. And yeah, the Heralds here cycle charging and starting to pick things apart, and you see here shattered. The leadership debuff auras from the Great Unclean One also helping a lot there. Yeah, this is good. Just have your White Kings or single entities that aren't worth the time to deal with. Sit in the shooting and shut them down. The Sky Rays. They are extremely good against infantry, though I must say there isn't that much infantry worth shooting with it left. So I just guess you can also throw them into Cryptors and they will do fine. Or with Vargeists. Yeah. So, yeah. They are always a good unit. Oh, that was a nice charge into the back. They have 100 armor, but still can be surprisingly squishy. Or made surprisingly. That's not really surprising if you have a big, really strong armor-piercing unit charge crash into your back while you're already engaged with another big, strong armor-piercing unit. So, yeah. Tries to save them, but they need to disengage that. Definitely, otherwise the heal will not save them. And the damage they currently do against those Cryptors is frankly not too hard, though they have flaming attacks against fire weakness and regeneration. The Shrieking Sky Rays chased by the Dire Pack. That's a nice pick. They're small and Screamers aren't that hot against infantry, especially such high damage infantry as Hounds. Though they probably gonna rout off. The coach is a bit weirdly stuck here. Yeah, can't manage to push through Pink Horrors with their 100 completely normal infantry mass. That is a bit whack.
You
Poison is
have
of
the
course not
foe's
helpful,
victory
but
point.
ugh. um, how are the White Kings doing? Oh, like this one did great.
You have the foe's
No,
victory
no, I
point.
was hovering about something because the sticky tooltips are a nightmare. Okay, yeah. They didn't do so hot up till now. The scabbed grass in the beginning into the bloodletters. I suspect they were there. They should have been there. Oh, we see the. I see so little. I don't know the name. The storm of the night, going down onto those beasts. Yeah, I suspect the damage isn't so hot, and if you just engage them and don't disengage, I'm not sure if it was worth it in this situation. Good stream of corruption, yay. Also healing your whole army. I find it interesting though that the Counts still hold on until the midpoint. And they are actually still ahead on points.
One of your units
There was
has been
so much stuff here in the back that was just zoned out by the White Kings or others, and even though the fight here was going super well for a long time, mainly because nothing can really touch the Great Unclean One, or the Soul Grinder.
One of your units has been destroyed.
I guess the infantry, and with it, the capture rate went away. They killed the pings, and now some big shock units into, well, not super shock, but they have mass and fast damage impact. Interesting. This match is not developing like I thought it would. Maybe the pink horse here were a bit over careful of the White Kings and should have been force commanded. Even if they die to the White Kings while doing so, they still provide the shooting that might have given here the edge to win. To be the last one with still infantry and capture weight on the point. Still, I would say the Counts rather first run out of steam. They don't like to be super well distributed, while the Nurgle, it's not Nurgle, the Demons of Chaos army has no problem with being a bit split up. And the big centerpieces, the Great Unclean One and the Dragon, I think the Dragon will definitely run out of steam first. Oh, this is a nice fight actually. It's just Nurglings trying to defend here, and if they crumble away, the Bloodletters will follow very, very quickly. They don't like to be surrounded and charged and cycle charged. But while they win here and definitely will take this point, actually they could start force pushing a few units on there, where if they are crumbling they are basically dead. You don't have to invest the time for it, but that's like 10-15 seconds you get from it. And while they're doing this, they, even though they have here some resistance, they're losing the point in the mid, so it's just 1-for-1 trade. And the Demons of Chaos just took over in value. A Blood Knight actually, and a Black Knight.
Woeful tidings! The enemy has captured one of your victory points.
If they cycle charge a lot and ignore the big beast and just try to kill the capture weight, I think they may have a chance here. Maybe they should start taking this point because it's less defended, and with the dragon and your knights you may have a bit of a mobility advantage right now, but you can't call demons slow. They are not slow at all. Most of them are above infantry speed, or above average infantry speed, you should say, and then you also have the fast pieces like the flyers and the soul grinder. Yep, but the counts first abandon the mid after just throwing in some stuff that makes the other side get stuck in, and then go to the other side. That's perfect, and this point will be taken very quickly. Those frolickers here will not hold it. Though, maybe... Nah, that's kinda whack stuff here. Definitely needs some reinforcement here. The player has rightfully recognized that, and hounds are a very good pick. They will not fight. They shouldn't fight. They just sit in the corner and provide capture bait. And now this horde here can bounce back into the mid, which is nice. There's still this great and clean one, which got avoided a lot to the game, I would say. After the initial phase, it only was in like 1 or 2 single units all the time. Oh, the point is falling quickly. Nurglings are such an efficient capture bait option. They have Vanguard, they're decently fast, and they are surprisingly hard to clear while being super cheap. Here the capture rate is starting to flip for the counts, so the demons chose to move their horrors onto the point just for capture rate delay. They are close to a point... Nah, not that close actually, where they would need no longer to hold double cap. And if that happens, I think they would definitely win, but they missed that mark by a bit. And now they are under pressure because they don't have the time to let the Mortis engine... the Mortis engine is doing horrifying damage into this blob here, but so it's also fairly cheap, so it's not that bad. But they don't have the time to wait for the Mortis engine to kill this blob, so they have to invest other stuff too. And trying to get this point here back. Otherwise, I will actually 200, yeah, lose by 30 points or something. Yeah. Again, the Nurgling Tides, but with 2 strong calf units here, they are actually fairly quickly dismantled. The great and clean one coming over.
One of your units has been destroyed.
Honestly, I don't see how the demons take these points back. They have probably a lot more value on the field, simply due to those 2 healthy big single entities, very strong units, but that doesn't buy them the point. Those Blood Knights should definitely charge into those Exalted Bloodletters and try to get them off, hold them off. More capture rate just coming. Zombies. Nah, they might not actually. Maybe they arrive in time. We will see. They only have 2 capture rate per unit, but they are also 100 gold, so in the end, the gold efficiency of the capture rate is still enormous, and this point gets taken. Oh no! Oh no, don't move off the point. Right, perfect. And here's something going onto the point, and it's not enough. Why is it not enough? We have 5 here. This is... Oh, there's still so many entities left, so that's 3... maybe 4 actually. 9, 12, and 15. Yeah, I can see that. 5, 9, 11, and those are maybe just 1 or 2 left. Yeah. Close. Close. Oh, can the zombies make it? Furies don't have capture rate. Can the zombies make it on the point? I think they would be the switch. Actually, something got pushed off the point, and the zombies make it on. And with this, the counts have the capture rate again. Oh, but there's Nurglings coming. Okay, this is intense. It is also fairly slow, but intense. But I think we reached the point where the counts win anyway. Yes, we just reached it. It is close to 1 anyway, but yeah. And I was writing the counts off in the beginning, after the first engagement. Interesting. It developed completely different than I would say. I am curious. I think the strategy of the demons wasn't super well thought out here. You had a lot of clearing tools for the what's it called? The big beasts, like dragon and the mortis engine, if there was a mortis engine, and corpse cards, and you thought it working out really well in the beginning. And then a grind thing, but there wasn't really any good answers to the mobility and cavalry units, and also the flying Vargeist, whatever. And so your bloodletters got into fights, but they're not the fights they wanted to mostly, and got taken down quite that. And then all your infantry was just Nurglings, and they provide capture rates, they provide a ton of capture rate, but they don't kill things. So you were completely reliant on the shooting, and the shooting which was also shut down, because there was also no real answer to the White Kings. No good answer that was working, at least. Maybe it could have been way more focused with the Soul Grinder to chase them down and take them down. I think the Soul Grinder was not super well in the target priorities. Yeah, and without protection for the squishy bloodletters, it was just a loss in the infantry fight. Overcommitted to killing single entities, I would say. Either with the Soul Grinder or with the Pink Horrors. For both you don't have the protection, and then maybe some real grind pieces. If you come with a Mortis engine, or a Mortis effect on a big, basically unkillable Lord for the other side, I would say you come with a grind setup, and not with a, well, super squishy almost kite setup. I don't know. This is a glass cannon, definitely a glass cannon build, aside from the Lord. Uh, so yeah, the Counts played that very well. Had very clean choices on which points to take and which point was the best to take right now, and then bouncing around between them. And I think the Demon's army was a bit unfocused, like not decided on a strategy, or overcommitted to one strategy and uh, neglecting compartments of the army of the other side. And yeah, it was well exploited. Great game. Great game. And yeah, hope to see more like this. And see you then, if I get them. Bye bye.